Alright, so I just got out of the shower and was stepping into the living room and seen this on the wall. Now, if I get closer to this thing, you're going to find out that he's pretty big. And I'm going to try and catch it for your amusement. And I'll put my finger up there in a second and show you just how big this thing is. It's hard to get like a size chart, but the kids are asleep over there. And if they knew this thing was on the wall, they'd be freaking out. So let me see if I can put my finger up there. Let me move this chair real quick so I can get in here. Alright. I'm going to put my finger up here and show you just how big this thing is. So he's about, let me zoom out. Yeah, he's pretty big. It's about 3 fingers wide, roughly. And his legs aren't even spread out. Now what I'm worried about, as many of you know, I'm living in a fixer-upper house, okay? Which explains why this wall looks very rough. I haven't fixed it yet. Now behind me, there is new sheetrock up, but it's not been mudded or painted and all that fun stuff. But where this part hasn't been worked on, there's a hole right there. And I'm pretty sure there's a web. And he may very well try to get out, which is cool. I'm not afraid of spiders. They don't scare me. But I don't want him to get away. So, let's see if I can get him to just crawl into my hand from the top. It's really hard to record this. And he's moving very creepily. Okay, now you can get a better view of him. Hold on. Look how big this thing is. It's a friggin' monster. Let's try to get him to crawl in my hand here. He's not. Yeah, he's got web on him right here. Look. Let me zoom in. It's on my finger. See it? You can see the light hitting it. So if we can get him to come down. It's so hard to record and do this, guys. I just want him to get in my hand. And I hope you all are watching this are just cringing right now. I've been bit by one of these before in an outhouse at the church. They freaking hurt. Look how big that thing is, guys. Come here. He just don't want to let go of that web. There we go. Still got the web on. We just need to pull it a little bit. And the web broke and he hits the table like a freaking rock. All I had to do was detach. Ah, I had him too. Dang it, come here. He's gonna turn around and run the other way. So here's a good, let me move this mouse. I think his web's stuck on the mouse. Look at this. So with my hand down here, I mean he's literally the width of my whole hand. Closest thing we're gonna get to a tarantula around here. So I'm gonna have to use 2 hands for this. I'm gonna have to use one hand to nudge him onto the other hand. And I'll if I can get my camera. Here we go. I just wanting to lean. Ah, this camera pisses me off, guys. Okay, let me just get him in my hand and then I'll resume the video. Come here. So, ooh, I hope that creeps people out. So this is the wolf spider, and let me if I can get let me get in the line here, and hopefully he doesn't jump off on me. I'm gonna take him outside and let him loose. Yep, another crazy thing that I do. So let's get in here where we got some good light and get a good close up of him here. There we go. Sometimes this camera treats me pretty good. But the thing with spiders and snakes, guys, you hear all these horror stories. People getting bit by snakes. They're getting bit by spiders. And I'm going to tell you how that happens, okay? Let me open this door up real quick. So I'm going to tell you how that happens. The reason people get bit by spiders, or normally when they do, there's a spider in their shoe, they're picking something up, and they put pressure on it. If I was to push down this spider right now, he would bite the shit out of me. But because he thinks that he voluntarily walked on my hand because I nudged him from the back with my other hand, he's cool. And I could literally let him sit here for hours and he's not going to bite me. Now that doesn't mean go out and handle a black widow or a brown recluse. Fuck them things. Kill them. But put him in the grass. Probably make his way back in the house. Ooh, creepy. Creepy. I'm going to shake him off. And there he is. In the grass somewhere. There he is. You can't see him, but I can see him. Anywho, the reason people get bit by snakes is because they're, trying to catch them, or a snake is, coiled up somewhere, and the person doesn't see it, and, they get too close, and the snake feels threatened. Majority of the time, snakes will just try to run. They won't. I wrestled a rattlesnake off the road the other day. It wasn't near anyone's house. I took a stick, and Zane was with me, and I chased it off the road so nobody'd run over it. And it got to the edge of the road, and I kept poking at it to try to get it to rattle its rattles. And finally, after I did that for a good 30 seconds, it got pissed off and was like, okay, bitch, here's my scary sound, and it started rattling. I just wanted Zane to hear it, because I don't think he'd ever seen a rattlesnake in person, but that snake would have never tried to bite me at all. And I guess the reason people are so scared of spiders and snakes is because of all the horror stories they've heard, but they just don't really understand the nature of them, I guess. I mean, my dad was bit by a black widow when I was real little. He about died. But he was underneath the house getting boards. And one of the black widows was underneath one of them boards. Probably had a baby pouch with it or whatever. But when he reached to grab it, it bit him on the hand. And he had to be rushed to the ER. Didn't even know he had honestly been bit by one until that night. He woke up and his thumb was severely swelled and he couldn't walk and all that fun stuff. And they found out at the doctor that it was a black widow, and they gave him anti-venom. Anyways, I've rambled on long enough. That is the Uriah spider / rambling video. Thought y'all would enjoy that big ass motherfucker. Peace.